It can be said of men that they are ungrateful, fickle, liars, and deceivers. They shun danger and are greedy for profit. Therefore, it is necessary for a ruler who wishes to maintain his position to learn how to be able not to be good. Will generally approach him with gifts they believe will most delight him. Hence we see princes being offered horses, arms, vestments of gold, and similar accoutrements. I've found among my possessions nothing I value higher than my knowledge of the deeds of great men.
This is how Machiavelli...
I find it more fitting to seek the truth of the matter rather than imaginary conceptions, because how one lives and how one ought to live are so far apart that a ruler who persists in doing what ought to be done will undermine his power. Chapter 18 of the need for princes to keep their word. Everybody knows how commendable it is for a ruler to keep his word and live by integrity rather than by cunning. And yet, experience shows us that rulers with little regard for their word have achieved great things, being expert at beguiling men's minds. A prince must be a fox to spot the snares, and a lion to overwhelm the wolves. Those who rely merely upon the lion's strength do not understand this. Therefore, a prudent ruler cannot keep his word, nor should he, when it would be to his disadvantage to do so. If all men were good, this rule would not stand. But as men are wicked and not prepared to keep their word to you, you have no need to keep your word to them. Those best able to imitate the fox have succeeded best. But foxiness should be well concealed. One must be a great feigner and dissembler. A deceiver will always find someone willing to be deceived. If a ruler who wants always to act honorably is surrounded by many unscrupulous men, his downfall is inevitable. Therefore, it is necessary for a ruler who wishes to maintain his position to learn how to be able not to be good. The choice of advisors is very important for a prince. One can assess a prince's intelligence by looking at the men with whom he surrounds himself. When one sees him, a ruler must be a paragon of mercy, loyalty, humanness, integrity, and scrupulousness. Indeed, there's nothing more important than appearing to have this last quality, for the common people are impressed by appearances and results. This raises the question of whether it is better to be loved than feared. My reply is that one would like to be both. But as it is difficult to combine love and fear, it is far safer to be feared. Because it can be said of men that they are ungrateful, fickle, liars, and deceivers. They shun danger and are greedy for profit. The bond of love is one that men break when it is to their advantage to do so. But fear is strengthened by the dread of punishment, which is always effective. Chapter 19, how to avoid contempt and hatred. Princes must delegate difficult tasks to others and keep popular ones for themselves.
And there is a threat of a rising.
Borgia was aware that Dorco had created hatred among the people, and in order to win them over, he decided to make it clear that if there had been any cruelty, it had been triggered by Dorco and not him. He had Dorco placed in two pieces with a block of wood and a blood-stained knife by his side. This terrible spectacle left the people both satisfied and stupefied. Chapter 3. It should be observed here that men should either be caressed or crushed, because they can avenge slight injuries, but not those that are very severe.
What Machiavelli...
It can be said of men that they're ungrateful, fickle liars and deceivers. They shun danger and are greedy for profit.